All right. Are we ready?
I think so.
Lights, cameras, action. Happy Monday, Raylene.
Happy Monday.
Yeah.
It was a busy weekend.
Yes, it was. Heritage
Are
Festival.
you still tired? I am.
I am too. I am. You know, it's the body was tired, but the mind was tired
exhausted.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
There's just a lot of people, doing a lot of stuff, and it was at times a little overwhelming.
Yeah, it was very chaotic of which place to be, when, and
just condensed. I wish we could have spread it out over, a few.
Week.
Yeah,
I know it is. Yeah, and there was so much stuff. I mean, Tracy did an incredible job. There was just so much stuff to do, and entertainment everywhere.
I was thoroughly impressed. I know you were too, and I know so many others were.
Yeah, I heard it all weekend. How amazing it was.
Just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just everything about it. I went back and watched our coverage that we did of the parade. You did an outstanding job, Raylene.
Well, thank you. You did too, Mr. Green.
Well, I mean, you really were like...
We had fun. It was fun.
You were like your favorite person in the world, Kathy Lee.
Ugh. Now you really screwed up, because first you were saying nice things and complimenting me, and now you've turned it around and you're saying horrible things.
Well,
so which was it? Now I will never know. Now I'll be wondering.
I just had a great experience.
Me too. It was great.
And just going back and watching what we did with the parade, there was some funny stuff in there, and it was just wonderful. The weather was perfect. Thank you, Mother Nature, if you're listening this morning. You big old and yeah, the day started with the Rotary breakfast for me, and then went quickly into the Lions Club Downtown Towdown, which was just so much fun. I've never hosted that before.
I've heard great things about that too. A lot of people were talking about it. I met a couple of people that were involved, and one of them being Mike Deering's wife, Cassie, and
yeah, she was pulling for the Ladies Bible Baptist.
Yes, she was, and so she's going to start training already. She's going to be ready for next year.
Wow.
Yeah. So
they were good. I mean, everyone, and of course the men of the Bible Baptist Church right here in Barrie. I mean, they gave the Ravens a run for their money.
That's what I heard.
And
I heard that. You told me, I think.
Well, the Vermont Ravens have been the reigning champs now. I mean, it's
for
been
a long time.
Well, it's been 2 years, but I think they won the last 2 consecutive years of the Downtown Towdown, and they had a 2-year hiatus along with the rest of us, and they were coming back. They wanted to hang on to that trophy.
Yeah, apparently so. And
they did, but by 0.2 of a second.
Oh, wow.
It was the first time.
Very close.
Well, we had to do a tiebreaker poll, because it was the first time. They started that 18 years ago, the Downtown Towdown.
I didn't know that. I knew it had been around for a while, but I did not know how long.
18 years. And they've never, in the history of the Downtown Towdown, had a tie until Saturday. And it had to be broken. And by 0.2 of a second, I handed the winning score to Mark Tatro. And I said, screw it. You read off.
Right. You tell.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't want the microphone right now. You.
Oh, Chicken.
I did.
Yeah.
Listen, we got a bunch of burly guys.
You didn't want
there.
one to grab your ankle and one to grab your neck and start pulling?
Oh, my God. So Mark Tatro was like, and the winners by 0.2 of a second, the Vermont Ravens, and he's like, unplug the system, get out of here. So anyway, it was just so much fun. Everyone got along. Everyone had a blast. The men of the Bible Baptist Church are going to be, actually, their training starts today. So they'll be back next year.
Yeah, with a vengeance.
Ready
to roll.
And the Ravens better step it up if they're going to hang on. So yeah, so then we had that, and then I stopped off and quickly spoke with Heather Slayton, who had an amazing booth set up right on North Main Street, right in front of the Cornerstone.
Yeah.
Didn't get enough time to chat with her as much as I wanted to. It was more like,
right, gotta run.
Yeah. But I hope that she'll be in
And I
here.
ditched you in the morning because I was off looking at houses for sale in the city.
Understand. Yeah.
Trying to get back down here. It's okay. It's just my alarm. Don't worry about it. I'll go check it in a second. I'm sure I'm not going to keel over or anything. But if I do, when you call the ambulance, just tell them my sugar's low, okay?
All right.
All right.
Does this mean I have to do like mouth to mouth?
No, you
Okay.
don't get to do
All right.
mouth to mouth. I'm
Checking.
sorry.
Just checking.
Sorry. You could put a sugar packet under my tongue if you wanted, but.
So then it was mayhem. I mean, just setting up for the parade, and then I was running off to grab Lily, and the wildlife encounter, which was absolutely incredible. The bouncy houses. Sherilyn over at Emsley's had a plant your pumpkin event for the kids, which was awesome. And then zip back over here and jump on for the parade at 1:00, and the parade was just incredible. I mean, I can't. I don't know if I can sit here and list off every participant that sticks out in my memory. They were all amazing. All amazing. I think the highlight for me was the giant American flag.
Incredible.
I'm not really sure.
And those ladies were having to hang on for dear life because
the
it
wind
was windy.
Right.
They're lucky it didn't pick them up and
Right.
scoop them away. I'm serious.
Now, I'm assuming was that the Barrie Area Veterans Council?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't have the list,
All
so
right.
I can't tell you. But sorry, I'm eating my cookie.
No,
now
that's all right.
But
That was the highlight for me, though. Was that flag? Huge American flag.
yes,
Huge.
I thought that was awesome, and I also thought that those girls with Jazzercise,
Incredible.
oh my good Lord, to be able to do that. First of all, I wouldn't be able to go there and do a 30-minute set.
Right.
Never mind
In the heat, in the sun.
that entire parade.
A mile.
To do that. Oh my good gracious!
And then
And
what was
still with smiles and so much energy.
I know.
Let me tell you, if Jazzercise can give you that, everybody should sign up.
If I was to be part of the Jazzercise that came through the parade in the sun, working out like that, jumping around, dancing, and smiling.
Well, we were lucky because it wasn't super sunny.
No,
It was actually breezy.
That's true. But you'd have to take some duct tape and be like,
Yeah,
for
the
me.
energy. I mean,
And who-
Annette was like, she was on this side of the road,
Yeah.
and she just still had this big grin on her face, and she's just, I was like,
Well,
oh
they love that.
my good gosh, how do they do
and
it?
then was it Granite City?
You and I
Fitness?
could have rolled down the hill, and then, because they started the auditorium, you and I could have rolled down the hill, because let's face it, one of us would have tripped.
Yeah.
Just trying to do that, and that's what, and then we would have just been done. That's how far we would have made it.
We would have rolled into the gutter somewhere. Yeah, and then who were the cyclists? What was that?
Yeah, that was pretty cool too.
Was it Granite City Fitness?
I believe so, and they were Yeah, trucking. I saw some pictures. At some point, Rory got up there
Yeah.
on one of the bikes.
Did he?
Yeah, I saw some pictures. I think Shannon Alexander posted pictures of day 1 and day 2. Those are up. She made these really cool, like, little reels, and
Yeah.
there's a picture of Rory up there riding those bikes
Oh,
with the girls.
my goodness. And Shannon and Tracy,
Incredible job.
just, my gosh, I mean, the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I mean, they're just nonstop, like literally nonstop. It was a fantastic weekend. Just everyone in the parade, the fireworks, the beer garden, the entertainment, the live music. It was just amazing. Jacob Green, Mr. One Man Band. I want to see if we can reach Patrick Ross this morning. We haven't had, it's been like a year since we've had him on. Patrick Ross, fiddle extraordinaire.
Good morning, Miss Patrick.
Hey, Patrick Ross, how are you, buddy?
Doing good.
Hey, man.
Yourself?
We got you live on Aired Out. Raylene and I were talking about you, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and we're like, man, it's been like a year since we've had that cat on. How have you
really?
been? How have you been, my man?
Wow. It's been great. I was just kind of mulling over some of the things that I could talk about while I was on the air, and it just kind of came down to the fact that I love my job so much, and I love music, and there's always so many things to be doing in that field. I could just work all the time. But right now, with an 8-year-old daughter and summertime in full swing, I'm only really working as much as I need to.
Yeah.
And spending as much time as I can with my family and just filling up that reservoir of inspiration, because when I sit down and write, I just have so many ideas that are floating around all the time that it's hard to keep track of.
Now, what have you been up to, buddy? Yeah, I know that every year you try to have a huge concert basically on your property. Has that happened? Is that come and gone?
Well, we did a music festival for a couple years, and that was a very big production. We've downsized that a little bit just because of the pandemic, which I know is kind of a weird situation. I won't delve into that. But we're doing a free concert on the Newbury Town Common, and the plan is to do that free concert at least once a year. And this year it's going to be August 4th, which is coming right up.
Woo! Perfect timing.
Yeah, right around the corner. This Thursday, right?
That's
No,
Thursday, yes.
Yeah.
It's this Thursday. Now it's a rain or shine event, but if there's any chance of a thunderstorm, then we'll postpone it for another day.
Okay.
But that's last year we did 4 of them, and the crowd just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then one of the best things about it is because it's free, it becomes a lot more accessible to a lot more people, and it's a BYO everything, and it's leave no trace kind of thing. And so there's really not a lot of people can just come and feel really comfortable and show up and when they want and bring lawn games, lawn chairs, their own lunch or whatever it is. And we play right on the town common in the gazebo.
What a beautiful town. Also, Newberry there, right on Route, what's it, 5?
Yes.
Route
It is
5, right along
beautiful.
the river.
Yeah, right along the Connecticut River Valley there. It's amazing. Who's going to be playing with you, man?
The Patrick Ross Band. So that's me. I'm the lead singer. I play guitar, fiddle, and electric guitar and acoustic guitar. And then Justin Roman on drums and Mike Connerty on electric bass and trumpet. And we often have guest artists that join the band, including some of my students now who are kicking butt.
Wow, fantastic. You were mentioning writing. Do we have any new music that's out? And what are we working on next?
So the band, Patrick Ross Band, released an album, the freshman album, the first album, back in June. It's called Fun Finder, and it's available online, all streaming platforms. And we're going to be putting out another album, if not this fall, then during the winter. And I have a song dialed up right in my fingertips. I have a guitar in my hands. Can I sing you a verse and a chorus?
Please do, yes.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
So this one sort of ties everything together as far as this summer and spending time with my daughter. I'm actually, excuse me, I'm teaching a songwriting program for third graders, and she's part of that program at a summer camp in Lindenville, and we're going to be heading out the door after I get off the phone with you to go do that. But here's a song called Flying By that kind of touches upon the time with Ophelia. I'll just do a verse and a chorus. Oh, Lord, don't let it fly by so fast. I just want to take it all in. She's growing up, and I feel like it's flying by. This I pray, just the day. No, I don't feel the pain of it slipping through. I got arms that can squeeze and let go. Little feet, little hands that are moving fast. I'm hanging on a baby line. Don't stop believing all the things that'll make it brighter. Don't stop believing that this love is gonna bring us higher. I don't know if you got any of that.
Yeah, man. You know, for somebody that's coming down through the telephone line,
It's pretty incredible.
Damn,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, we love it.
wow.
Love it.
Patrick,
Cool.
that's so great,
It's
man.
a good song to share with the kids at this summer camp because they can all kind of get into that chorus, and I teach it to them, and it's just bringing music to kids in a way that is accessible is it's really important to me, and I think having a kid, having an 8-year-old kid, gives me fresh eyes to look at life and music through the eyes that I would have looked at it through when I was a kid, combined with the eyes that I have now with that experiential knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that track right there will be on the next album out this fall, you think?
Correct. And the thing about the music that I write, having been a sideman in so many different bands, from Both Air to Chad Hollister to the Counting Crows, I've just been part of so much music that I kind of think of my life as a mixtape as a writer. So the range and styles of music, we can't be tied down. There's no pigeonhole for us. It's all over the place, but it's really fun in that regard.
Yeah. Speaking of Chad, he was at the Cabot Arts and Music Fest this past Saturday on the Village Common. We got to get you on that bill, brother.
Oh yeah, I'm all about it. It's right now I'm not hustling as hard as I will be for gigs because time, on the weekends, it's like, am I going to go out and play at a festival? Yay, that's fun. But am I going to go on a camping trip with my family and just enjoy some of the things that I won't be able to enjoy as much later in life?
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Sure do.
It's all good. Music is such a hefty part of my life day to day that I think when people do see us at the Cabot and Arts Music Festival and well, actually this Sunday we're playing Shelburne Vineyard.
Really?
In Shelburne, Vermont. Yeah, Shelburne Vineyard. It's a 7:00 show, and Doug Perkins is going to be a guest artist there. So we are definitely playing out and about. We're playing live music. It's just that I'm not filling my plate right now.
How do we learn more about Patrick Ross? Where do we find you? Your social media, your website, all that good stuff.
Totally. PatrickRossMusic.com. Or you can just do a search. If you just type in Vermont Fiddle Player, that'll pop up. The new album is on YouTube, Patrick Ross Band, Fun Finder. I highly recommend it. It's the best that I can do right now. It's not the best that I will ever do, but it's the best that I can do right now, and it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, man. Hey, in 30 seconds, what's the difference between a fiddle and a violin?
Oh, if I had one in my hands, I'd just demonstrate it, but it's the style of music that's played on it. So the fiddle is more danceable. The fiddle dances and the violin sings.
Ah. Well said. But same instrument, though.
Same instrument, yeah.
Appreciate you, brother, very much. Good luck with the rest of your summer. We're going to be watching. We're going to be listening. We'll be paying attention this fall. But your latest album, which just came out at the beginning of the summer in June, is called Fun Finder. You can get it where now? You said all streaming platforms, right?
Yeah, and you can order a hard copy through my website, patrickrossmusic.com.
All right. Thank you, brother. We look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Thank you,
Thanks
Patrick.
for the call. All right.
What a super guy. Running off to music camp with his little girl, Ophelia.
It's awesome.
I love it.
So we have a couple of notes here. Renita and the Berry Beat both have let us know that it was the Elks that was carrying the flag.
Carrying that huge flag?
Yep. And that the VFW had a booth to raise money to buy a new large flag for Main Street. So I bet you they are probably still accepting donations for that purchase. So we should probably get in touch with them to make sure that we can help with anything that needs helping with. And then Patty, our dear friend Patty, wants us to do the commentary for Macy's Day Parade.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I have to mention.
Thank you so much, sweetheart, for that vote of confidence.
I have to mention my hat this morning.
Yeah.
This is cross promotion. Raylene.
You have hat that's cross promotion, and then you're also advertising for one of our dear sponsors. I mean, come
Washington
on.
County Mental Health Imagination
Wonderful.
Station.
We had some pretty cool hats for the festival too, which we'll always wear now. Yeah. Val made us each up a special hat just for.
Yeah. Brock commented, by the way, saying nice hat.
Yeah.
But what a weekend! Oh my God,
it was great. It really was, and so many kids, and it so much for the family, and just awesome.
Yeah.
And I saw like Michael Deering and his children. I believe Mike Booton and maybe even Josh Howard and his son were helping also. But towards the end of Saturday, they had their garbage bags and they were trying to, pick up trash around Main Street and around the park.
And you were helping out.
Well, I walked down to their truck to get the garbage bags and stuff with them. And then I was picking up trash, as you know, all throughout the day and chucking it in the receptacles because people were leaving it here and there. You know, they'd sit on a stoop or something and leave their cups. And so I did keep doing that. But they were trying to do their part to help pick up. Yeah. And it was nice to see that they did that, recognizing that right now the city, like everybody, is short-staffed, and you just don't want to leave things that way.
Right.
So I thought it was nice that they were willing to pitch in.
Very nice. Very nice. Forgot to mention that late day Saturday, it was actually 6 o'clock Saturday night, our beloved Greg Forvis, took that blueberry pie right in the face.
He took that pie.
Right in the kisser. My God.
Yes.
And I thought he was going to, G has a psychological issue with blueberries. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why it's...
He was gagging pretty bad.
It's pretty...
He had something stuffed up his nose, but my guess is he didn't put Vicks on whatever it was, or he would have been able to hack it much better.
I don't know, but Lily was helping him prepare.
I know.
She's
it was so
cute.
cute. I saw the video of her pulling
God.
his little garbage bag down more, making sure he was covered.
And
just the
helping
sweetest.
him put the Vaseline all over his goatee, and
she probably felt bad for him.
She did.
Yep.
She did. I know she did. And she was asking questions of why he was doing this and everything. We had to explain to her that it was basically a fundraiser for the Rainbow Bridge Community Center, and a fundraiser that garnered some pretty damn good funds. Mm-hmm. I mean, votes were coming, the dollar per vote, yes or no, on the pie.
I saw some $50 bills in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people were taking that pretty serious. And for a long while, the no's were winning.
Yes.
And then, sorry, Greg, things got busy downtown. And bam, the yeses went up.
Yeah. It was late I think
Big
it was
time.
mid to late morning when the tide started turning.
Yeah.
So
And the yeses started going.
I mean, I think he knew all along that it was going to be happening. And who made that blueberry pie?
Vicky Gray, Don Smeady's sister, Vicky.
What an
Yes,
absolute.
I believe that her daughter, Stephanie, works for Greg
Okay.
or
Oh,
is
yes.
involved in
Yes.
the center.
She does PR. She does marketing. She
Yes.
does all that stuff.
Yes.
But
So it was Stephanie's mom that made the pie.
What a damn shame
Yeah.
to ruin a perfectly good.
And she did say, because she was there watching, and Vicky said, he just absolutely loves lemon meringue with homemade crust. So I'm going to make him one to make up for this.
Okay.
Because she was feeling bad for him. And so she thought that she was going to make him a lemon meringue pie that he could eat special all for himself.
Yeah.
And personally, I think that Jed better be careful because G may take one slice, but Jed may take the other right in the face
Jed should have some eyes in the back of his head for a little while, I
for
think.
a little while because, come on now,
Yeah.
he enjoyed that.
I
But
wanted
what
to,
spouse wouldn't enjoy that? I don't care who you are.
I wanted to go over and just, like, scoop up some of that pie off the ground and, you know.
You would have too.
It was-
yeah,
it was
on
hard.
a tarp.
It was hard for me to see that.
It was.
Yeah, it was a perfectly good blueberry pie made with love and good ingredients.
Oh my gosh.
Birthdays today, I can't believe Jared Henry is 56 years old.
No way.
Yes. Can you believe that?
No. He
God.
just looks like such a young buck. Who would have guessed it?
Looks and acts.
Yes.
I mean,
he does.
Does he? He acts like he's like 20.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Caroline Downing is on the list today. Taylor Keene, Wanda French, Karen McMahon, Casey Franks, Amanda Jo Dudley on the list today.
Oh, isn't that Lucas's wife?
I believe so. Yeah, 37. Although we're never
I think they went away for the weekend and celebrated too.
saw Lucas.
Mohican Sun, I think.
No, I saw Lucas on Saturday.
Oh,
At least I think I did, unless I was hallucinating. Jeremy Doyon, also on the list today. Holly Nutter, Olivia Limlaw, who's a neighbor of mine. Jennifer Levine, Samantha Litchfield, Michael O'Neill, Terry Luce, Melissa Armstrong. Look at all of these birthdays.
my goodness.
Joe Luce, guessing that's also Terry. Yeah. Bonnie Lackey, Campbell. Bonnie Lackey Campbell. And I think that's it. That's it for all of the
Wow.
local birthdays. Celebrities, Arnold Schwarzenegger, 75 years old. Wow. Lisa Kudrow, 59. J.K. Rowling, 57, who wrote Harry Potter. Wesley Snipes, 60 years old today. So today is the dog days of summer, August 1. August 1st.
We are officially into the dog days of summer.
Yes. Now, I know the Montpelier City Pool normally does. Does anybody know about that? No, don't they open up the pool for dogs to run in there?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure. We'll have to check into it.
Yeah, but that's something that they normally do. I don't think it's this early though.
Is that okay for dogs? The chemicals and stuff?
Well, I think it's I think it's at the I don't know.
I don't know because I've never. I know they love brooks and streams and
Yeah.
ponds and
I think
whatever.
it's-
Most dogs love to swim, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think it's closer to the end of the summer that they do that. But hey, Melinda is saying, Raylene, you look awesome today.
Well, thank you.
Loving your outfit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
What about me? Listen, we should give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Fecto Homes. We know, Raylene, and you and I have talked so much about the fact that two of the biggest challenges that is facing Vermont right now is affordability as well as availability for housing. And if there is one business that knows this all too well, it would be Fecto Homes. Currently, they have several single-wide, double-wide, and modular homes for sale. All you have to do...
Off the lot.
Yeah, right off the lot. All you have to do is stop by 350 River Street, Montpelier. Give them a jingle, 229-2721 if you want to set up an appointment to meet with someone, or you can email them, info@fectohomes.com, to arrange a viewing. Browse the inventory online at fectohomes.com, and remember to check out their Facebook page. We thank them always for being a presenting sponsor of Aired Out, and we love what they do for our community. They've been doing it since, what, 1970?
Well, yeah, a long time.
I think.
Since before I was born.
Hey, Heather Slayton says she's loving my shirt this morning.
Of course she is. I mean.
Got it from her.
From her.
Yep.
Yeah, that's her passion right there. Well, everything that Heather does, she's passionate about, but that is her, that's her baby right there.
Daily dose of feel good, and I've got a couple of them this morning because, frankly, especially on a Monday, Raylene, we need to feel good, especially if we're tired about, if we're in a grouchy mood or whatever. Krispy Kreme, and I know that we don't really have any anywhere within, 100-mile radius, I think. But I just thought that this was fun to mention. They have a partnership now with, and you might think this is disgusting, but Krispy Kreme is partnered up with Good Humor, and they've got some new flavors of donuts. Are you sitting down?
I am.
Popsicle firecracker. Creamsicle. Now, I got to tell you, Raylene, if there's anybody that loves a creamsicle, it's me.
I do, too. I love creamsicles, actually.
Yeah. Of creamsicles. But not in a donut.
No. There's just some things that don't go.
And some things that do.
That surprises me. For somebody who wants desperately to try lobster ice cream, it surprises me that you wouldn't eat a donut no matter what it had on it. And I mean no matter.
I mean, I would, but I'm just not saying that it would be my ideal flavor of a donut.
Yeah, maybe it would just be like, whoa.
And lobster ice cream is a bucket list item for me. I've got to do it before I die. I want to have lobster-flavored ice cream.
I know.
Anyway, and then the last flavor of donut, you're going to love this one. I want to see your look on your face when I say this. Vanilla King Cone.
What is that even?
What I understand is that it is, and I could be wrong here, but it has got Coca-Cola in it, or am I reading this wrong?
Yeah, that wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. That wouldn't be good.
Heather's saying we should bring KC here? Chicken wing donut? Is she saying KFC? What is she saying, Heather? We got to get it.
Maybe. I don't know.
We just need to get her on the air with us so that we can get in more trouble.
They
also have a creamsicle chiller frozen beverage. Now that sounds good.
Yes, that does sound good. That sounds like my
Thank you.
My specialty milkshakes at night.
Yeah.
The ones with vanilla ice cream and Kahlua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanilla ice cream, Kahlua, and a little bit of...
No.
Oh, that's the cider. That's the hard cider.
Yeah, the hard cider is what I make with the pot.
I have a great story here. Listen, last night I posted a photograph of two individuals, and I said, wait, let me see if I can find the picture here of them. I said, wait until you hear about these two. I'll find it. Just give me a second here.
I think I've posted a lot of stuff since.
Yeah, no, you did, but it's all good. It's great stuff. We have to talk about the movie night over at Berrytown School. That's coming up. But this picture of these, here they are, right here. Let's see if I can share this on the screen right now. Because I just loved this story. I don't. There they are, right there. If you look at your screen.
So are you going to post this story after you tell this story? Because
Prob-
everybody would really like to know what the story is.
Probably. If you notice in this picture, behind the guy, there is a photograph that is superimposed on top of this of that guy and that girl when they were teenagers. And the picture of him in the red shirt right there, that's the current picture of the two of them. But I just let's see if I can. I'll click back here so that I can show you the story. I read this story about the two of them yesterday. When two teenage strangers posed together on the edge of the Grand Canyon in 2001, they didn't realize that they were capturing the beginning of their love story. Carrie and Chris were both touring the area with their families and struck up a conversation that lasted for hours. They exchanged email addresses to keep it going, building years-long friendship, even though Carrie lived in the United States and Chris lived in Denmark. Through college and the first years of adulthood, they still kept the connection. They knew something was there, and in 2008, Chris took the plunge and traveled to the United States to visit Carrie, a woman that he had only met in person for a matter of a few hours 7 years earlier. In a completely different time of life. Together, they returned to the place at the Grand Canyon where they had first met, got married.
Nice.
3 children of their own now. I just think it's a beautiful story.
It is. It is.
And frankly, we need
Every
to...
once in a while, there really is a fairy tale, you mean?
Yes, we need to hear more stories like that. And I saw that and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about that on the air. I just love that. I love stuff like that. Isn't that great?
It's amazing. It's wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, it just moved.
It's kind of similar to Pearl Butler's daughter and son-in-law, the one that is, they're doing the cornhole benefit for.
Saw that.
The ones that have been the motorcycle accident.
Yes, that's in my notes this morning. Talk about that.
So same sort of thing. I mean, they were high school sweethearts. They kind of went their separate ways because they both went in the military. They married other people.
Yep.
They ended up back together and getting married on the day of their first date.
I think that's so incredible.
And I mean, that's wonderful that they're reconnected and they're together and just they've always been best friends. And how perfect can you get? Unfortunately, they're best friends that are going through a lot of hell right now because they were involved in a very bad motorcycle accident that left them both in bad shape, required many surgeries.
That was back in June, right? So where do we stand now? How are they doing?
Still back and forth in the hospital, a lot of expenses.
Jay?
Unable to work.
What's his name? Jay is his name?
Yes. And it just...
yeah. They've been
incredible.
They've been through an awful lot. I'm drawing a blank on her name.
Well, it should be posted on our page.
Okay. I'm looking. You're looking. I'm looking. Drawing a blank here. Obviously, I have not had coffee, but...
Well, that's because I didn't make you any this morning.
And
so rude.
She usually does.
Jay and Amy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Good Lord.
And their daughter, Kristen, got in touch with both of us shortly after this happened.
Kristen got in touch with you, and Amy's mom, Pearl, got in touch with me because... And
So keep an eye out for that fundraiser and that cornhole tournament.
Soon. It's like right around the corner. They're doing a cornhole tournament right down down here, August 6th at 1 o'clock at the Barry Elks. 802.
That's Friday, isn't
Right.
it?
802 Cornhole is running it. I think it's Saturday. But 802 Cornhole is running it. Let's see. There's going to be a 50-50 raffle, a silent auction, and the ladies from the church are going to be baking stuff for a bake sale. The entrance fee is $30, and there will be a first, second, and third place prize.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then some of the auction gifts that were all donated are Vermont Quick Lube, the Pub, Powell's Farm, and Baby Beluga Photography. Also a couple of paintings, a lift kit for a Wolverine ATV, T-shirts from Wilkins Harley Davidson, and lots of handcrafted items. So we shared the post, and we will share it again.
We'll share the crap out of it
Yeah,
this week.
absolutely.
Especially Raylene, you're the share monster. My God.
I try to be. I have to. I have not been as good about it lately as I was. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things.
Yeah.
And, I was out for a little bit and trying to deal with my own stuff. And now I'm just trying to get back on being diligent and back to being structured and not lazy.
Let's give a shout out to Chris Wright Electric, who we had a little snafu here with electricity, and the
Right
guy
to our rescue.
immediately
Every time.
comes running in.
Yep.
Drops what he's doing, comes running in here as he always does to help out, not just with electrical stuff either, but he yells at me about cord maintenance and all that stuff. But he's such an amazing dude.
Yes.
Comes in here, does the diagnostic stuff, figures it out. And I make sure when he comes in here to not say, "So what is that? What are you doing? What difference?
Right.
What is that if you do this? And then
When
what about
Chris
if you try
Wright
it this
is working,
way?
you just step back and let the professionals handle it.
Yeah, let me hold that. I'll help." Anyway, so we appreciate him. Wright Electric, Chris Wright. By the way, if you're just starting your day and you're wondering what Mother Nature is going to throw at us today, 86 for the daytime high with sunshine. It is going to be a beautiful day.
Yes.
Perfect summer day. Tonight, maybe a stray shower, a few clouds, a thunderstorm is possible, I think, at about 25%. Otherwise, 64 degrees, a beautiful night. And then tomorrow, just stellar. 82, plenty of sunshine, possible clouds and scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon. But great work week here. 84 and sunny on Wednesday. Lily's in scout camp this week.
Nice. And you're going to be spending a day with her at scout camp.
Yes, on Thursday.
Yes.
And you're taking the wheel right here.
Yes.
With
Bridget Grace.
the two of you.
The two of us. And I don't know what else we'll do that day. You never know.
No,
Maybe, just maybe, there will be more than one show that day. Maybe I can rope somebody in to coming and doing shits and giggles with me. Heather Slayton, maybe. You never know.
I think
It could be a day of girls.
Heather Slayton and you.
Oh, buckle up, baby.
Jeez. I would want to buy tickets for that.
You don't need to. We
God.
do this for free.
Whew. Anyway, that's this coming Thursday. What's going on in Vermont news? Should we run down a couple of headlines?
Yes.
Department of Health confirming Vermont's first case of
Monkeypox. Mm-hmm.
Initial testing by the State Public Health Lab indicates a positive case involving an unidentified victim. The person is currently under the care of a doctor and is isolating. And officials say the risk of community transmission is very low. Health Commissioner Mark Levine says the positive test is unwelcome news, but is not a surprise, as Vermont's been monitoring the global spread of monkeypox.
I have not read anything about this. I only hear bits and pieces from people about how it's transmitted, and I've heard it's sexually transmitted or transmitted by like skin to skin contact.
Yep.
And so
yeah, we have a lot to learn about.
But I don't know. Admittedly, I haven't wanted to know, and I'm just, like I said the other day, I'm not going to panic about it. I can't. I'm in such a good space right now with where we're at and what we've been through, and with all of the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the cost of things
Yeah.
and the interest rates, and
Yeah.
I can't do that too.
I understand.
I can't. And
You said that
so
last
I'm not
week.
going to. I'm just not going to.
You said that last week on the air, and I think it's wonderful.
Yep.
I think
If
it's a great
tomorrow
attitude.
never comes,
Yeah.
it is what it is, and I just don't. It's not that I don't
Listen.
give a shit. I don't want to spread it. I don't want it to happen. I don't want people to die.
Right.
But I just can't.
We all have been living in fear for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
This past weekend was the perfect example of starting to feel life again. I mean, I just was I hugged so many people. I saw so many people that I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Few of them put on a few pounds. Just saying.
like you.
Just like me. But
me.
everybody was happy though.
Yeah,
Everyone
they
was
were.
so happy.
They were. And really, I guess the one biggest lesson that I took out of COVID and all the other stuff that I've been through, my mom dying, my brother dying, COVID, good friends dying, was like, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. Live like you were dying.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to live from now on. If there's things I want to do, I'm going to do them. I'm going to take chances, and I'm going to enjoy my life and smile and just, yeah.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. There should be. I should get a T-shirt that says that. 25-year-old man. Speaking of dying, crashed his motorcycle in Barnard. Literally,
Horrible.
every Monday that we're on the air,
There's somebody a motorcycle accident.
there's
or
a
death
motorcycle accident or a car crash
with
resulting
death
in.
resulting.
Yeah.
I actually have a really good friend that was very good friends with him, and yeah, the devastation is pretty raw, really.
Jordan Jarvis from Randolph.
Mm-hmm.
Unable to negotiate a curve while riding on Stage Road on Friday, he was thrown about 40 feet from his motorcycle into a drainage ditch where he died at the scene.
Mm-hmm.
He was traveling at a high rate of speed right before the crash. So, we have a man facing charges after police say that he was boating under the influence and crashed his boat into a water trampoline in Hubbardton. That's the southern part of Lake Champlain.
Mm-hmm.
2 children on the trampoline when it was hit by the boat Saturday. This was Lake Hortonia, not Lake Champlain. Lake Hortonia.
Mm-hmm.
One of the children suffered some minor injuries. State police responded, determined that 39-year-old Joseph Moffett, operating a boat under the influence of alcohol. He was arrested for this crime, obviously, and released without bail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have some ideas for Mr. Moffett, but I will digress. Good thing Lily wasn't on the trampoline. That's all I'm saying. Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce. I went over and got a chance to chat with Kevin Eschelbach last week. We just sat down, and there's the lovely Shannon Alexander right there walking
There
by.
she is.
We sat down. We were talking about the space up there at Bilodeau Place that is available for rent, for meetings. They have office space that you can rent by the month for $65. It's you could eat off the floors. It's clean. It's modern. It's new. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's all about rethinking of how your space is going to be used. And there are lots of people that work from home, but maybe once a week they need a printer or a fax machine, or they just want to get out of their bedroom, kitchen, living room, wherever they have set their laptop up and
Get away from the kids.
just get away for a bit, and they want that quiet setting. There you go.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Or maybe you're from out of town and you're going to do document signing or whatever. And that's there.
That's the place to do it. I mean, and, the air conditioning was on. I mean, it's just the lighting. Everything about it was quiet.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, very nice space.
You could have heard a chickadee rip one in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I even said to Kevin, I'm like, why? I mean, I just can't imagine that people aren't tripping over themselves.
Are you going to rent it just so you can nap there?
Please don't tell anyone that. I was thinking about it. Just
Is that what that pink, shiny, sparkly eye cover with the lacy stuff around it's for over there? I saw that you brought that in a blankie.
Going to go up there and just
I saw
tip
that
the
you
brim
brought those.
down. And, it's just, we love them. I mean, we, along with the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce, like to think local. We like to be local. We like to buy local. That's kind of their motto. That's why we're members.
Yes.
Plain and simple. We appreciate everything they do. 33 Stewart Road in Berlin. Give them a ring. Find out what you're going to get, which is a ton if you become a member, and inquire about this office space up there for rent. I said $65 a month for the shared office space, and they have a private office space too. So if you're doing counseling or whatever you want to do, you can go up there, close the doors, nice and quiet. 229-5711. 229-5711, and when you call, it's either going to be Kevin or Tanya or Jeanette or Kelly that are going to answer the phone. The national headlines. We have the brutal drought that is taking place all over America and taking a pretty serious toll on the beef industry. And as if food hasn't already been ridiculously high, buckle up. Because prices are going to be surging further as farmers are selling off cattle herds. U.S. cattle producers sending higher numbers of breeding stock to the sale barn, and some are liquidating their herds entirely, which, of course, signals a trend that analysts say are going to be pushing the already elevated beef prices even higher in the not-too-distant future. So there you go.
Very scary thought.
It is. It is. It's a lot.
I mean, it's been expensive. Beef has been expensive for a while now, as it is. I can't imagine. You used to buy Hamburg.
Right.
And then a box of Hamburger Helper for 99 cents when you were poor and you needed to feed your family.
Yep.
Supper.
Yep.
And now Hamburger Helper is almost $4 a box.
I know.
And you can't afford Hamburg.
Yeah.
Just, whew.
That's, I don't know.
Ground sausage.
I spoke with, we connected with some friends over the weekend. The last people on the earth that would ever go vegetarian, and they have.
It's very, very important that we support our local farms.
Yes.
Or we're going to end up in the same situation. I mean, milk prices are already a little bit high, but it's damned important to support them. There are so many. I go to Vermont Farms right here on Route 14. They have in the old Lyle Haven. They sell a range of meats, and there's Chicken Wiggle. There's all kinds of, places local, and that's what we need to start doing for sure.
Absolutely. I'm just checking other headlines here. There's a bill aimed at expanding health care coverage for military veterans exposed to toxins in burn pits during their service. Has another vote in the works. 55 votes, the bill goes. But they were just short of the 60 needed to end.
Which disgusts me.
Totally.
I mean, are you kidding me? Of all of the things that they vote for, the fact that it just, I don't know. My mind is blown.
Yep. 55 votes needed 60.
Anything that veterans ever ask for, they should just get, period.
God.
No, it that just disgusts me. It's disgusting.
Yep. Sports, we have Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson suspended for the first 6 games of the upcoming NFL season. I know this bothers you an awful lot, Raylene.
Terribly.
The league's disciplinary officer and retired federal judge Sue L. Robinson handed down the decision this morning for multiple cases of alleged sexual misconduct against a 26-year-old during the offseason. Both the NFL and the NFL Players Association have the right to appeal. So we'll see. But that's in the sports page this morning. Hershey's, and last Thursday we were talking about this when they announced that they're going to be falling short of meeting the demand for Halloween and Christmas candy this year. Hershey's.
Well, then the stores better stop selling it already. Or you better get your ass down there and get it now, because come Halloween, it's not going to be here.
Right.
I can't believe how many people have Halloween candy out. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
First of all, it's going to be stale before Halloween gets here, if it's not already, because it's been sitting in some storage room.
Agreed.
Waiting for the pandemic to allow stores to open and, sell. Although stores never closed, but... they did close. I shouldn't say that. Essential stores didn't, and you could still order online and stuff. So, but I'm sure that there's a lot of it from.
I know.
That's old sitting around. Who knows?
They're blaming a scarcity of raw ingredients and difficulties in securing suppliers, and saying that not only the pandemic-induced global supply and the global supply chain disruptions that everyone's experiencing, but they're also saying the Russian-Ukraine war has crunched supplies of cocoa, edible oil, and other food ingredients. So, it just seems like we've got a new supply chain issue every single week. I don't know. I mean, at this point in the whole COVID recovery, shouldn't things be getting a little bit better? Shouldn't we be on the upswing here a little bit better instead of worse?
No, I mean, we've talked about that too. It's going to take a while. It's a 2-year-old hole. I mean, you've been digging for 2 years.
Yeah.
You're not going to jump out overnight. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And so we got to stick together and help each other get back up to the top.
AAA is saying this morning, Raylene, that the national average for a gallon of regular gas is down to $4.21. That's down 1 cent from yesterday.
I hope Vermont catches on to that soon.
Yeah.
Although probably not, because I believe they raised the gas tax here just a month ago.
Right.
But, yeah, I know. I saw
Texas is the home to the lowest average, $3.71.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
No,
not at all.
Yeah.
We're still up over 450.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I think yesterday was 457, I think.
Yeah.
When I put gas in the car. I don't remember, but yeah.
National Night Out tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
a national community building campaign that occurs annually the first Tuesday in August to promote police community partnerships.
Yep. And there's going to be a picnic here
Tomorrow from 5 to 8 at Courier Park.
Mm-hmm.
5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
So
Come join.
And come hungry. They're going to have, do you think I'll be hungry? Activities will include canine demonstrations. They're going to have a touch-a-truck event there. Race cars will be on display. A dunk tank with a chance to dunk the police chief. And a raffle for a chance to win a barbecue grill. So
nice. And they're going to have food, plenty of food.
Yes, which has sparked my interest. Drug Overdose Awareness Month starts today, August 1st. And Jenna's Promise. Their coffee is always close by. It's right here. It's in my hand. If you look at your screen right here, Jenna's Promise roasting out of Johnson. Almost said Jeffersonville, but it's Johnson, is where they blend together amazing coffees from around the world. Jenna's Promise Roasting.com. And, of course, you can find them all over Instagram and Facebook and everything. But every purchase supports someone on their path to recovery from substance abuse.
Yes.
These people are amazing. I can't wait to have them on the air. Raylene's working it. She's going to get in touch with Donna and Greg.
Yes, and we will be having, we will be part of the vigil again this year. We will broadcast that live.
When is the vigil? When and where?
Hold on a second. Let me finish. For God's sakes, hush your tongue. We're going to broadcast that live. If you have names to add to the event, please get in touch with me so that we can make sure that your loved one has been added. And I've already been adding them as soon as, we put out the word Dottie, of course, messaged right away to say that that's what would be happening. And, so we're taking names. If you have somebody that you would like to add, and then I'm going to pull this up so that I am read it exactly. It's always the same, of course. It's so it's August 31st at 6:30 p.m. at Lyman Point Park in White River Junction.
Spell Lyman.
L-Y. Do you really need me to?
Please.
Okay. Lyman.
Lyman what park?
Park.
Lyman Park.
Point Park.
And where is that again?
In White River.
Okay. White River. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know if maybe you were being a smartass.
No, I'm trying to write this shit down.
Okay.
Can't write that fast.
But yeah, August 31st. So I will be there. I'll be live. There are, they have guest speakers and they read every name.
They do.
And of course, every year more and more names get added. Last year, I believe there was over 200.
Yep.
220 something. And every year we add more names. And since the announcement, I've added 4 or 5. And so, yeah.
Okay.
Join us. And so during the month of August, we'll be doing that. Today's the start. We will have Dottie Moffat in here. And throughout the month, we will have some people that have been in recovery for a while.
Yep.
People that are fresh in recovery. And we are actually going to have somebody in here who is still actively using and trying to navigate the system to get help.
All right. You're working the calendar on this.
I am.
Okay.
I am. And we know that some things, there are a couple of days in August that you may not be here, and those, those might be the days that we do more of those shows than others because that's my wheelhouse because of my life.
Yeah,
and
right.
Not my life as an addict, but my life as a parent to an addict. And believe me, some days I just think I might as well be, because I'm literally right in the center of it all.
Yep.
But anyway, yes.
All right. What else do we have going on?
Well, Preston's Kia got a huge
Saw that.
delivery of cars.
Saw that.
So, and not just, not just the Sportage came this time. They actually have some of different vehicles. They've posted them on their website. We've posted on our website. If you're looking for a new car,
Place to go.
Great price, great on gas. People that are going to literally connect with you from the moment you walk in the door until you don't own the car anymore. They are definitely the place to go. They have EVs.
Yep.
You name it, they have it. They're very knowledgeable. Free oil change and state inspection for the whole time that you own the vehicle. Tons of options. Even if you have financial credit troubles, they have options. So check them out.
They have great options for people who have less than perfect credit.
Yes. And then we also, our newest sponsor, Green Mountain Auto Spa.
Yes.
In Williamstown, they have used cars, and they deal in specialty financing. Buy here, pay here, bad credit.
Yep.
So along
what
with...
a service that is.
It's huge. I mean, that is a big deal for a lot of people. If you are... And maybe it's not even bad credit. Maybe you have no credit. I recently met and helped somebody with housing needs not too long ago who had literally no credit.
Yeah.
Her credit score was a 0, but because her entire life she had paid cash for everything.
Right.
And she lived not in the States. She lived out of the States. And so she just always lived her life that way.
Sure.
And when she moved here, things were a lot different. And credit is, you can't get an apartment. You can't get car insurance. You can't do anything without credit.
Yeah.
And, it's a huge deal for a lot of people that somebody like that could help you. And then they're a full service place over there. They sell tires, they sell new and used. So also, for people who are struggling and can't necessarily afford to buy brand new, they have used tires and inspectable used tires.
Yep.
And they body shop, you name it.
Yeah, and by the way, for under $60, you can get 4 tires mounted and balanced.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Low. And everyday oil change specials for $29.95.
Yep. So, and
fantastic.
Vermont State Inspection. Yeah. So check them out.
Good stuff. Sports. I want to jump back to sports here. Mountaineers dropped the regular season finale against the Sanford Mainers. Tough team, 6-0 on Saturday night at Recreation Field.
Mm-hmm.
So they end the regular season with a 32-12 record. We'll have a couple of days off before hosting a first round of the New England Collegiate Baseball League on Tuesday, August 2nd. That's when? Tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Mountaineers also tied the 2006 Newport Gulls team for the most wins in the regular season. Sanford improved to 21-22. The opponent for the first round game is going to be determined today in the wild card round. You can follow the entire playoffs on the NECBL broadcast network. But there you have it. Go Mountaineers. Hang on. Music news, Tony Bennett, Lady Gaga.
I love those two together.
You do?
Oh, I do.
They're going to make...
She kicks ass when she sings his stuff anyways.
I know.
She did a show that was tribute to him.
That's
and it
right.
was incredible.
Well, last year, Tony's family revealed that he had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in 2016. The most recent record is scheduled for release later this year. But they're going to make 2 final appearances together. And this will be the last time they're going to appear together live at Radio City Music Hall on August 3rd, which is Wednesday, and 5th, which is Friday. That's it. It's called One Last Time, An Evening with Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. So just wanted you to know that. Assuming
I would love to see that
this will be kind of maybe televised or something. Assuming. Don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea. If it's not now, I'm sure down the pike it will, and I'm sure there'll be some stuff on YouTube. But
it's gonna suck when we lose Tony.
Like Chad going to see Elton John.
Right.
Being able to go see Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga would be another pretty big deal for me if I got to do that.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, it's Tony Bennett, for God's sakes.
I know. We don't have very many real legends hanging around. Don't forget Barry Beat podcast tonight, streaming live 8:00 on the Barry City Community fan page and the Barry Beat page right here on Facebook. None other than Rory Tebow.
Can't wait.
Tonight's show.
I'm so much looking forward to it. I always look forward to the Barry Beat, but tonight I'm really looking forward to it. So,
right here.
Yeah. We all know how I feel about that.
Barry Beat.
Rory Tebow winning.
Yeah.
Because he's going to. Yeah.
Question for you. Do you think that Michael Booten cross promotes Aired Out as much as we cross promote the Barry Beat?
Verbally.
Yes or no?
Verbally,
Just
but
yes
he
or
does
no?
not wear the hat.
Okay.
He doesn't really care for the hat. I think we're going to have to get him a T-shirt. He prefers that kind of hat.
Yeah.
To the ones that we have.
Yeah, whatever.
The little cappy type ones.
And don't forget Tom Lozon.
Which I really don't understand. I think he just likes those little cappy ones because it makes his beard look fuller. Little hat, big beard.
I knew it.
If he had a regular hat, his beard wouldn't look as,
You're right.
Full and lush.
You're right.
Yeah.
Tom Lozon is going to be with us on Wednesday. This coming Wednesday morning, recapping tomorrow night's city council meeting. I think that's, is that pretty much it? Have we covered it all?
I think we've covered it all, babe.
Did you see the FBQ, the Facebook question of the day that I posted up yesterday?
I did.
What do you think of that? What are your feelings about that?
I forgot what it was, to tell you the truth. Are tattoos or hot pink hair taboo in the workplace? I don't believe anymore. No, I don't believe anymore.
Why?
I see it all the time. Why?
Yeah.
Well,
don't
for
you
several...
think that kind of leaves a mark on customers' reactions and when they come in?
Yes and no. I'm sure, but that's kind of small on the customers' part. In my mind, like, there are some things. I admittedly, I could be, the big huge hole in the ears and the tattoos on the face and
piercings,
the piercings in the lips and stuff. That kind of stuff startles me a bit.
Yeah.
But I've been open to talking to a few people that are marked up with all of that stuff, and they're actually some of the most kind and beautiful people I've ever met in my life.
I've experienced many interactions like that as well.
So speaking of that, several years ago, a lot of years ago, mid-90s, I had my first ever seizure. And it had never happened before. And so an ambulance was called for me. And, I couldn't speak. and I was so everybody else was having to tell what was happening, and I could hear them, and I knew that they weren't telling what was really happening because it wasn't what I was feeling.
Yep.
And they loaded me in the ambulance, and this guy, he was tattooed up, and I was scared to death. And we're doing a crazy speed down a back road, and he put that IV in, and I never even knew he did it. And he just worked and kept me so calm. And I swear to God, just looking, he could read my mind. He would ask me a question. I was looking at him, blinking. He knew what was going on, what to ask. He was the best nurse I've ever had in my life.
An
and
angel.
I've had a lot of them.
An angel.
Yes. And at first I was thinking, when I saw him that way, I was thinking, oh my God, this man is going to put a needle in my arm. And because it's hard
Yeah.
for people to do that. And I usually get pretty banged up getting IVs. He was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have pink hair too?
And I have a lot of beautiful friends that have, the sleeves and
Yeah.
it's a way to express.
Yeah. So views are changing. You know.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean,
You no longer need
There's
to.
a girl down at North End Cumbies who has colored hair, and she wears, she does up her eyes with the craziest eyeshadow stuff, and she's a mom of 2 or 3. She's the sweetest girl ever. And at first I thought she must be super, super young, like teenager, but she's not.
I think with the pandemic, a lot of people that were covering up their tattoos or I think they said to hell with it. I think people are expressing themselves more often now and showing off their tattoos. And if they want to color their hair pink,
yeah, and if
then
it's
that's
not
what they're gonna
harming
do.
anybody, who,
Right.
if they're not going down the street, punching people and
Right.
and bothering people and being assholes,
It's
if it's not her, it's self-expression. Who cares?
This is a great talker. I just, millennials and Gen Z employees are taking over the workplace. And attitudes are changing. And I know that's
Glad somebody's stepping up to the
some
plate.
Some states have laws about this stuff. But I think people are just saying, look, this is who I am. This is how I'm going to be. Frankly,
Yeah.
I've gone into businesses where the clerk or whoever it is
All prim and proper looking, and they're assholes.
Yes. Even the cash register at the grocery store, doesn't have the pink hair and the tattoos, but they're a dick. So it doesn't. It really is. It's all about who you are as an attitude.
Yeah.
It's your attitude.
Right. And our willingness to get to know people instead of being so close-minded to the world around us.
I did some reading on this last night. There are no federal laws making it illegal for an employer to refuse to hire, refuse to promote, or even fire someone based on the fact that person has tattoos. Did you know that? No federal laws.
But that's shameful.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe what would you do? Do you think I would look pretty good with some tattoos all over the place and some purple or pink hair?
Well, first of all, I don't think you have balls enough to get one. But
What, from a pain standpoint?
right.
Yeah, whatever.
Needles, pain, a little bit of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were heavily sedated, possible that you could get some. But we could dye your hair. Let's face it, anything would be an improvement over what it is right this minute.
Kiss my ass. And have a great day, Ray Lee.
You too, love.